So yesterday, found an old marketplace. Guy had a Mustang for said $1,000. And it looked, it really did. It looked horrible. But when I got there, he had two Mustangs. And he said, well, I'd like to get rid of them both. So that got my attention. They're just 6 cylinders. I said, what do you want to take these two piles? He said, give me 800 and I'll help you load them. I said, deal. So we got two 67 coupes, both 6 cylinders, automatics. White one's pretty rough. I mean, that's definitely a Mustang. But they're complete. I'll say that. They are complete. Oh, stupid door. There it goes. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. I mean, we don't know what's in the trunks. I started fiddling with this one already. The engine's seized. I put some aero coil down the cylinders. We'll see if it comes back to life. But it was sitting just like this. Air cleaner wide open. No starter. That's MIA. But this one's pretty rough. But this one isn't a total POS. Got some cool shag going on in there and some moss growing. No keys on both these. This one's complete. This engine rolled over by hand. The hood sucks. It's a GT hood, but just the perimeter of it's totally rotted. This one rolls. I want to see if I can get it to run. We have what appears to be oil in the bottom. Oil filter from Vietnam. I'm pretty confident this one's gonna run. If you've never used aero coil before, this stuff's amazing. This will not budge. I'm gonna take the aero coil and I'm just gonna let it sit, work its magic, and that's that. See if the carb's free. Actually, it looks pretty reasonable in there. Yeah, I'm gonna call that free. Throttle linkage on that rod is not moving. There ain't much. No keys, so I'm just gonna hot wire these bad boys. It's the worst that could happen, right? If you don't have one of these are great. Highly recommended. This one will start glowing when it is hooked up correctly, but I don't think I have a good connection. The sucker lights up red and the starter should. This battery cable is rough. Quite rough. Alright. Albeit it works. It's pretty amazing. Lighting up red. Okay. Now, being that I don't have keys, I'm just going to run a hot wire to the coil. We have a hot wire. So this is nice too. Everything's from the outside. So if something does go horribly wrong, I can just rip this wire off. I am on the positive lead of the coil. Obviously that one goes to the distributor. There we go. Yeah, nada. Ugh. I have tested nothing. I haven't even pulled this off. Whew. These haven't moved in some time. Let's see if our points are snapping. No. Actually, there are barnacles growing in between these. There we go. So, because I'm a wild man, yep, we're gonna see if we can get these suckers to arc. And typically, this will get it good enough where it's gonna arc and want to at least do something. But these points, when they open, they should snap. There's a faint snap. Oh, look. Beautiful, that's what you want. Nice little snappage. Let's go here, see if we can get... Oh. We got spark, we got ignition, so pull juice to it. See this arc? This can burn up a set of points. So if you're going to be doing what I'm doing and fiddling with these, make sure you don't leave that wire on for long. I'll plug number 1 back in. And what happened to our coil wire? Yeah, and this old crap, it doesn't care. Doesn't care. No fancy clips. None of that nonsense. I think this was 89 octane. Dump a little. Man, it's just a 6-cylinder, right? So make sure it's in neutral because I couldn't get it in park. Okay, get our arc. Oh, I don't know if it's stuck wide open or what is going on here. I'm gonna try to fill the float on the carb. This one's gonna run. Very close. A little more fuel. That was running. That was running. It was running. I'll take that as a win. I don't know if the fuel pump's gonna work or not, but I can undo that line and just put it to a can of fuel and see if it'll actually draw fuel through and run. That'd be amazing. But undid the ignition. A little smoky back here. You can smell it. Definitely smells like old garbage. Looks like a couple acorns came out. But it was quiet. Man, it sounded so quiet. I know the exhaust is coming off this one, but hell, it runs. Alright. So, I guess since I'm here, we got one running. Let's see. This one's gonna be more work, I know it is. Get on the balancer. And I could feel the bolt starting to tighten. So I stopped. And all I did was shoot a little aero coil in it. I mean, none of the plugs looked disgusting, like there was water in it. So I'm hoping just maybe a little condensation from the rings has just got it stuck. Because like I said, this was just laying down in there, and there's hornet's nests and crap all over this. And this carb isn't like totally seized, but it's pretty stiff. I don't know. Oh, no way. No freaking way. Oh, it's moving. Look at that. Look at that. It's spinning. And this one's a power steering car too, which we thought was pretty cool. It's so funny when I start spinning this stuff over that's been sitting for years. As you can see, the belts just haven't, they've taken form to the shape where they were stuck for so many years. And when I turn them, they still look like that. Oh man, she turns. Can I do it? Oh yeah, look at that. It's free. Ooh. Oh. Oh, it spins over pretty good. Alright. Well, I guess I'll shoot the carb with a little bit of aerocroil and see what happens. And I'm going to try this hood piece. See if that latch came back to life, which it may or may not. Oh, accelerator pumps are notorious for freezing up. That's that guy right here. But guess what? Linkage moves, but I'm not sure. I don't think the pump is pumping. But let's go over here. Ha, look at that. I'm telling you guys, if you've never tried aerocroil, try it. Look at that. This thing was stuck. And it works fine. Amazing. Aerocroil, if you'd like to pay me or possibly send me some stuff, I'm looking for a job, so let me know. So I'm gonna undo that line from the tank. Yeah, easy enough. Put a fresh line to it with some fuel and see what it does. I didn't even pull a plug on this thing. I was ready to. I didn't even pull a plug. You didn't need to. I want to get in the trunks. This one's still intact. Like I said, no keys. This one I could probably pry open if I wanted to. But this car is pretty nice. I know it looks like hell. You know, it's not great, but I mean, it's two 67 Mustangs for 800 bucks. I mean, how can you pass that up? I just love the front end. Just this car was probably someone's baby. You know, they put a GT hood on their 6-cylinder and looks like it was white, and they painted resale red with this sweet shag in it. And this one had some 1980s bumps in it. Oh, dome light works. Look at that. Well, the headlights work. Yeah. Got one running light. Yeah, one running light. All right, so we got something. One thing I like to do, if possible, take a little bit of oil, and if you can, just squirt a little bit in there. It'll hopefully help everything come back to life. Very crudely ran a fuel source to the pump. Oh, it's taking it. Safety cans are great investment too. Don't let the name fool you. These are awesome. It's taking fuel. The float is stuck. That's promising. Look at that. Listen to it. Look at that. What are the chances? She just sits there and purrs. Oh, I spoke too soon. I wonder if the float's stuck the other way. Either that or I just pushed a bunch of junk into the carburetor. Which could be. Alright, I'm gonna say she's still getting fuel. Yeah, if I had to guess, the carburetor's probably all clogged with whatever junk was in this line. But I didn't care. I just wanted to hear her. It was glorious. Yeah, don't think I'm getting fuel. I guess I can pop the top off this carburetor. Oh, it wasn't even tight. Or you know what? I'm gonna try one more thing. Dump a little fuel down it. Get it running, rev it up, put my hand over it, and maybe it'll draw whatever's stuck. Just go for it. Nope, I don't think that worked. That did work. Radiator's got a pretty good leak. I don't know if you can see it. Alright, that worked. I didn't feel like pulling the top of that anyway. It does have a little noise. We'll let her run. It was me. Alright, she runs. I don't know if I got another one of those starters laying around or not. I'll have to take a look. Look at that. With old junk, you know, just a little bit of patience, a little bit of fuel, scuff some connections. You can bring it back. I want to see if it'll go into gear a little later, and hell, I don't know. I mean, and fix the brakes on it, and maybe she'll run. As in, run down the road. Yeah, we'll get there. Might try shoving an egg in this radiator. Or steal it out of the other car, I don't know yet. Alright, I want to see what's in these trunks. This one, I could almost peel up. I'm hoping this contraption here is going to let me in.
I have the hammer.
Yeah, probably the only solid piece on the car. Got some Canada Dry antifreeze container that was cut off, and And some rust on a piece of license plate. It's kind of cool. Save that piece. I know those are kind of hard to find. Some old lady wallpaper. It's cool, it's still got the original trunk mat. See what's behind door number 2. A little bit. There it is. I was hoping there'd be a starter in here. It's like some mouse houses. Spare tire. Original jack. Yuck. Looks like a nice old fleece something or other. I was hoping it was glass. Yeah, a whole lot of junk. Lots of old paint. Looks like it may have been really dark red to a bright red at one time. Looks like there's some white. Nothing exciting. Some air freshener. Maybe it was a girl's car and this is like old school mace. I don't know. Nothing fun. Oh well.